right, so here is our Unit 2 test review. So you should try this on your own and then go back over it with me. Before you even begin watching this, make sure you try it on your own first, because just watching me do the problems will not be beneficial for you at all. So work through it a couple times, or work through it and then go over it, and then I would just work through this at least 2 more times before taking the test. Here we go. Give one other name for line S. Okay, so we're gonna look at line S and see what letters are involved. So line X, no, that would not work because X is a point. It's not a little letter, okay, so that one wouldn't work. XU, yeah, that's looking pretty probable, so let's keep looking though. So TY, no, and then plain K. So yeah, B is the correct answer. Sorry, didn't realize it was cut off. All right, which of the following statements are not true? So TR and RY, they're opposite rays, so that's good. Okay, we were trying to figure out which one's not true. TR and TY are the same line. That's true, so we're gonna cancel that out. Another name for plain K is plain Q. Now, is that true? No, since Q is a point, we can't use it as a label. So C is the one that's not true. Let's just double check. And U is not coplanar with TY. Yeah, that's true because it's kind of outside this plane. So that one's also true. All right, what point is collinear with TY? So let's see, TY, R. So that's all we had to do. All right, name the intersection of plane DEF, okay, and plane HEC. So that's this top part, and then DEF is this side part right here. So the lines are intersections of planes. So line EC should be the correct answer. And it is. All right, name the point that is collinear with GF. So we have GF right here, point L. Name a point that is not coplanar with points A. So we circle A, L, and D. Okay, so then we're going to look at each one of these. Is point F? No, it's on the same plane. Point G is on the same plane. Point B is not on the same plane. And point F. Okay, so point B is the one that's not coplanar. All right, moving down. It says find the length of XY. So we know this is 6, this is 12. 6 plus 12 is 18. So D. All right, up here, line D, right? Line D is blank of AB. So it is the segment. Remember when I said to star this definition, segment bisector. That's what I'm looking for. Line D is a segment bisector of AB. Find the length of AB. So we know this is 17, this is 17. So AB would be 17 times 2, which is 34. So AB is equal to 34. All right, so let's plot these points. Plot points on the coordinate plane, then determine if AB is congruent to CD. So we got 1, 1, 1 is A, 1, 4 is B, -2, -3 is C, and then -6, -3 is D. Okay, so this right here, let's start with AB. AB is 1, 2, 3 units. DC is 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So can we conclude that AB is congruent to CD or DC? No. So 3 is not congruent to 4, so AB is not congruent to CE. All right, looking at this example, the city shown on the map lie approximately on a straight line. Find the distance between Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to Columbus, Ohio. So we're trying to figure out this distance right here. Okay, so if we know this whole distance is 360, and we know part of that distance, or the other part, is 172, we're just going to subtract it from 360. So 360 minus 172 is 188 miles. All right, we're going to keep moving. Just find the length of ST. So we know, since M is the midpoint, because we know that from these congruent symbols. All right, so we can set 4x minus 5 equal to 3x plus 9. We can solve for x. So that's x is equal to 14. Then it's just a matter of plugging it back in. So 4 times 14 minus 5 is 51. So if I know this is 51, this also has to be 51. So our answer to ST, the whole distance, would be 51 plus 51, which is 102. So 102 is our length. All right, the endpoints of JK are given. Find the coordinates of the midpoint. So we can use our midpoint formula over here. We're just gonna take the average of our x's and the average of our y's, and that will be our midpoint. So -1 plus -2 divided by 2, and then 9 plus 5 divided by 2. So this is -3 divided by 2. This is 14 divided by 2. So -1.5, 7 should be that midpoint. And then our midpoint over here will be 12 plus -3 divided by 2, and then -5 plus 2 divided by 2, and that is 9 divided by 2, -3 divided by 2, so that's 4.5, -1.5 for our midpoints. All right. So now this is the one where we're given a midpoint and we're given one endpoint, and you gotta find the other endpoint. So I like to just go straight to the answer, but be careful because here our midpoint is coming first. So this is our endpoint. So make sure you label those correctly and you aren't doing the opposite, because I had a lot of people do that last year. So -4 plus the other x divided by 2 is equal to the x of our midpoint, which is -1. And then the average of our y, so the y we know, the y we're trying to find, divided by 2 should equal the y in my midpoint, which is 3. I'll multiply by 2. -4 plus x sub 1, equals -2. Add 4. X sub 1 is equal to 2. Multiply by 2 on either side. 1 plus y sub 2 is equal to 6. Subtract 1. Y sub 2 is equal to 5. So our answer is 2, 5 for our other endpoint. All right, find the distance between these 2 points. So we're gonna use our distance formula, and our distance formula is at the bottom of our paper. So we're just gonna plug it in. All right, so when we plug in our distance formula, we get 4 minus 3 squared plus -2 minus 7 squared. And then we get 1 squared plus -9 squared. We get 1 plus 81 square root of 82. So the square root of 82 is 9.06. All right. So here we go. We're walking 3 miles from our house to the park, then 7.5 to the lake. How many miles do you walk from the lake back to your house? So we're trying to find B. We know this is A, this is C, and so we're going to use our Pythagorean theorem when we see a right triangle like this. So we'll plug it in. 3 squared plus B squared equals C squared. So notice how I put the C on this side. Make sure you're not doing 7.5 squared plus 3 squared equals B squared, because our rule is the hypotenuse, the side across from our right angle, is what we put on this side of our Pythagorean theorem. So make sure this is how you set it up, because you're going to get it wrong if not. All right, so this is 9 plus B squared is equal to whatever 7.5 squared is, which is 56.25. I'm going to subtract 9. Sorry, I don't have a whole lot of room. But this is B squared is equal to 47.25 after we subtracted 9 from 56.25. We're going to take the square root, and that is B is equal to 6.87. This is asking for the total distance. So we know the 6.87, the total distance would be adding them all up. So 3 plus 7.5 plus 6.87. And that is 17.37, and then we're going to go ahead and use miles. I should put my units for all these. My bad. All right, and that is our answer. All right, so let's find the area of TUV with the vertices. So we have 2, 1 is T, 5, negative 5 is U, and negative 3, negative 5 is V. Oh, and you can't see that, sorry. So I just plotted these points. All right. Okay, and it says find the area. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 your base times your height. So I know my base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. And I know my height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. So I can do 1/2 my base, which is 8, times my height, which is 6. That's 24. And then, yeah, 24. All right, find the perimeter, area and perimeter of this figure. So we know this is 3. Now we need to know to find let's find the area first, actually. So let's go ahead and separate it. We need to know what this length is here. So we can find this length. If this whole length is 8, this is 3, this length has got to be 5. And then to find this length here, we use 6 minus 3, which is 3. So I know the first part, the area of this first rectangle is 15 centimeters squared. And then the second one is 6 times 3, which is 18 centimeters squared. All right, so to find our area, we just do 15 plus 18, which is equal to 33 centimeters squared. All right, and the perimeter, I think we have everything we need, so we just add it all up. We'll just start here with the 6 and then go to the 6 plus 8 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 and then plus 3. So 6 plus 8 plus 5 is 28 centimeters. All right, derive the distance formula using the Pythagorean theorem. So you don't really need this graph, but if you wanted to use it, you could. I'm just gonna go ahead and utilize it. Let's just say this is x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2, and then we're just gonna name this one x sub 1, y sub 1 as well. All right. So to find the distance of our y's here, or b, this is b, so we're gonna, to find the distance here, we subtract y sub 2 minus y sub 1. And then to find the distance for a, we're gonna subtract our x's. So x sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? And then our Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This is also on your test as well. And we know, we just said a was equal to x squared, x squared minus, x sub 2 minus x sub 1, and your b is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1. And so we're just gonna plug these in. X sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared is equal to c squared. Then solve for c, I'm gonna take the square root, and we have our distance formula. And we're done. Okay, so notice how we derived our distance formula using our Pythagorean theorem. So if I'm looking for, starting with this, identifying what a and b are, plugging them in, taking the square root of both sides, and coming up with a distance formula, starting with the Pythagorean theorem, ending with the distance formula. All right, there you go. Good luck on your test. You guys are gonna do awesome. Thanks for watching. All right, bye.